We live in an era of distraction. People are playing more video content, but they are paying less attention. Why is that? Three simple reasons. First, people are scrolling and scrolling, but not stopping and absorbing, so they're not engaging with the videos you put up. Secondly, people are absolutely consumed by doom scrolling, going down a rabbit hole of negative stories, often finding themselves in dark corners as a result. And third, video has been made to feel disruptive rather than an enhancement to the storytelling toolbox. Pop-ups, bumper ads, out-of-context ads that obscure the content we are trying to find. It's not doing any favors to what should be a beautiful, positive storytelling experience. And the result is that for many consumers around the internet, it's becoming a point of irritation. Get it wrong, and it's not just the ad that rubs them up the wrong way, it's the brand too.
Video is probably the most powerful medium, especially in digital advertising. Context is key. If you don't want to be that advert that gets skipped, you need to really understand what's going to convey through to the audience, what they're likely to consume.
At its best, video content acts as a benefit for both the audience and the advertiser. Inspiring content should leave viewers happier and make them more valuable to the brand. More motivated, more engaged, more likely to spend, and more likely to come back again and again.
Maybe you don't already know how popular video is on Pinterest, but it is growing and growing. And the thing is, Pinterest viewers don't scroll past, they actually watch. And that video audience just keeps growing. And more viewers means more content creators, which is why we've seen a huge 8x increase in video content year over year. So we're not just a host for video content, but a destination.
And that is what makes video so powerful on Pinterest. Our audience is unlike that on any other platform. With over 400 million monthly active users worldwide, a lot of different kinds of people are on Pinterest. And in 2020, we saw some of our fastest growth among Gen Z, an audience that engages in a different way with Pinterest than other platforms.
Don't put the same sort of lens on Pinterest that you would put on other platforms. It is completely and utterly different. And I can't stress that enough. It is a place that people go to feel safe. Consumers are starting to challenge things like misinformation. They are challenging the safety of platforms as well, and the attraction that Pinterest brings. It's very brand safe.
People see Pinterest as a positive place to be, and they visit with that in mind. Why does this matter? Well, research shows that a positive mindset transfers directly to brand trust and purchase intent. Our platform is a space that gives our audience confidence. Pinterest has been recently ranked by eMarketer the second most trusted platform for the second year in a row. So we are good company to brands who want to sustain their credibility.
In a world of doom scrolling, pinners say that Pinterest is an online oasis of safe, positive content. That makes it a good place for your brand to be seen. It's also a place of intent, a place to get inspired and achieve goals. In fact, people on Pinterest are almost twice as likely to take a shopping-related action here than users on other platforms. Because pinners come here to plan for what's next in their lives, to learn, to try, to make, and of course, to buy. And then there's the fact that video fits seamlessly into the Pinterest interface. Ads aren't an inconvenient compromise for Pinterest. They are at home here. They're seen as a genuine benefit to our users. Your ads show up where our pinners are already going to shop, browse, and buy. They are contextually relevant, which means they don't interrupt the experience, they enhance it. And because pinners are commercially minded, their activities, searching for inspiration and ideas, aligns brilliantly with your objectives of helping them find what they're looking for and act on it.
I'm going to talk today about the concept of effective reach. Our definition of effective reach relies on 3 pillars. The first one is a reach percentage. By a reach percentage, I mean the percentage of the target audience that is actually exposed to advertising on a given media. Why is it important? Because many advertisers, they allocate their budget according to the size of the audience on each platform. But not every platform or media delivers the same reach percentage because of the competition in between advertisers for the same audiences and the auction dynamics that are quite different in between Pinterest and social media platforms. When you want to reach a large percentage of your audience, at some point the costs are going to increase. It's usual to see a huge cost inflation beyond 50% of the target audience being reached. Whereas on Pinterest, you can usually reach 70%, 80% of the audience without seeing any cost inflation. And you can check on our website. There is a nice public case study with Airbnb on that matter. The second point of the effective reach has to do with the viewability of the video ads. So you know the definition of viewability for video according to the MRC is that a video view to be viewable needs to be watched for at least 2 seconds on half of the surface by a real human, of course. And unfortunately, until recently, there wasn't a proper benchmark to compare skippable and mobile video inventory across platforms. Social media are very different from other media by design because if you want your ads to be watched, you need to capture the attention. Recently, GroupM delivered a research that compares Pinterest video view rates to other social media. And the result of this study is that Pinterest delivers a 3 times higher video view rates and a 2 times higher completion rate on video campaigns than the average social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat. So that's quite a massive difference. Interestingly enough, the Media Rating Council is recommending advertisers to actually take into account viewability when they measure reach or frequency or GRPs. And that makes sense. Why would you count someone who haven't been exposed at least once to a video impression that was viewable? So instead of considering only the size of an audience on a platform, the advertisers and agencies they should consider the viewable reach that this media can actually deliver. And on Pinterest, it has been measured by Kantar last year, and the average video viewable reach on Pinterest is around 82%. What does that mean? It means that if you reach 10 million people with a video campaign on Pinterest, you can expect at least 8 million of them to be exposed at least once to a viewable video impression. So that's quite massive. The third pillar of the effective reach is the quality of the audience. On Pinterest, the audience has, in general, more purchase power. Most interactions on Pinterest are signals of intent, like for instance, if you save a pin or if you do a search, that's a signal of intent. And as a result, the audience on Pinterest is 40% more likely to make a purchase. That's according to Nielsen Path to Purchase. So to wrap up, what's different on Pinterest for video campaigns compared to social media is 3 things: a higher reach percentage, a higher video view rate and completion rate, and the quality of the audience with a higher likelihood to convert, right? So bottom line, Pinterest really delivers an effective reach, and that's the unique opportunity for advertisers willing to kind of optimize their return on ad spend.
Como profesionales del marketing, creo que tenemos una responsabilidad para ofrecer a los consumidores el contenido correcto, en el contexto correcto y con los mensajes correctos si queremos tener éxito en que consideren nuestras marcas y permanezcan en su top of mind. Para nosotros, Pinterest, con esta primera campaña que hicimos con Ladrón de Manzanas, realmente fue una prueba de que tener esta apertura a entender nuevas plataformas y ver qué rol pueden tener en tu mix es muy importante.
There is hardly any brand that doesn't suit Pinterest. If you run a test, whether it's a shopping ad campaign, whether it's a reach campaign, a conversion campaign, you'll be really surprised at the sort of metrics that you'll find that will drive really strong KPIs. for your advertisers.
Les campagnes vidéo de Pinterest ont un taux de viewable reach de 82%, ce qui correspond globalement au taux de visibilité de toutes les campagnes Pinterest Group M que nous avons mesurées via IAS de Q1 à Q3 2021, puisque ce taux de visibilité s'élève à 83,4%.
Principalmente, lo que nos ha sorprendido es la capacidad que tiene Pinterest para alcanzar a la audiencia correcta con formatos notorios, como son formatos vídeo, que nos permiten transmitir los distintos mensajes en una campaña de lanzamiento. Es muy interesante todas las insights post campaña que podemos aplicar y nos permiten aplicar learnings constantes de cara a trabajar tanto desde el área de la creatividad como desde el área de la activación de medios.
Do videos on Pinterest stand out? Yes, and we have the results to prove it. Because videos on Pinterest don't interrupt the content people want, they are the content people want.